So this is the painting we're going to do today, and it's the red burn on the farm. And I'm going to make it as simple as I can for you, and I'll show you all the brushes and paints that you need. I'm using 11 by 14 canvas. The paints I'm going to use are, I have dark blue, actually. I'm going to try something different. And a medium yellow, and a brilliant red, and white and black. I'm going to make my green from my blue and my yellow. These are the paints that I'm using, as you can see. Dollar and Rowney. Dark blue. It's something like ultramarine blue, so if you have any dark blue or ultramarine blue, it's great. And I have the brilliant red, Dollar and Rowney again. And I have the medium yellow. And the white that I have is Dollar and Rowney acrylic. It's this big tube that you get. I'll leave links in my Amazon if you want to have a look at them, or you can try Walmart or different places. I like this white because it's it flows nice, and it works really nice. I must say, it gives good coverage. And the black, Dollar and Rowney. See? So that's the paints I'm going to try today. And I like the Dollar and Rowney tube paints. They flow really nice, and they work really well. Got great coverage. So let's get started. I'm going to use this 11 by 14 stretched canvas. Okay, it's pre-primed. I didn't put any gesso on. I'm just going to leave it. I like that rough texture it has. So as you can see, we're going to start with the sky first. We'll get that out of the way first, and the trees in the background. So we'll put some tape on to get our horizon line. So I put my horizon line just below the halfway point. So just go to halfway and then bring it down a little bit. That'll make it easier for you. And just put some green tape on there, some painter's tape. I have some brushes here that I'm going to use, and have some extras handy just in case. Whatever brush works for me may not work for you. But I'm just using a bristle brush, and a bristle brush probably a size, this one says a size 12. You can use 12 or 8. I got a couple here. Okay. And I'm using, you can use a couple of different sizes of your synthetic chiseled edge brush. And I have a fan brush. There we go. Like I say, check the size against your canvas. So what I use might be a little different from what you want to use. I also have some liner brushes. So get a bunch of different things that you have around. All the small brushes, small liner brushes, large liner brushes, round brushes. Anything at all that you might work with, because like I said, what I work with may not work for you. And I also have a palette knife, so I'll show you how to do snow with a palette knife today. See if I can add something different. Every video I try to add some new things, and I have another little surprise for you. So let's get started on the sky. Okay, so let's take some of our dark blue and add a little tiny bit of red to it. Just, I don't know, just to give it a little bit of color. And we'll add white. And we'll take that color, don't have to blend it, you know, so you're spending all day blending your color, or mixing your colors together. So just mix them together, and they'll mix on your palette. They'll mix on your canvas for you. Palettes, blending. I'm saying it all wrong. That's okay. So we are going to get a sky on there, and I'm just going to go back and forth. I find that the bristle brush won't leave streaks, but if you use the synthetic brush, you'll probably get streaks. So there we go. If your paint tends to dry up on you, just take a little misting bottle. There's a misting bottle here. Alright. And I'm going to mist my canvas a little bit. Don't want it to run too much though. So just mist, you know, either this or your canvas. If it runs like that, we don't want that. We don't want that. So I'm glad that happened because I want to show it to you. So too much misting is only going to make it too watery, but it will keep it wet. Or you can use blending gel, or you know, a medium that extends the life of your drying time. So I have some videos on mediums. I don't use mediums in my very much because when I'm doing a video, I want the paint to dry fairly fast because I want to move on with the next section. If I tried it before, if I used a gloss medium or something like that, I ended up, the paint took too long to dry and I end up with glare. But look how pretty that is. So we'll just get the top part of the sky done first. And what we're going to do is we're going to, because I was talking, I came down a little bit too far, but you know, come down to about here and leave the rest. Now we're going to do some red. And we want to leave enough room for yellow, okay? Now, so take some red and some white and make a pinkish sky. We don't want too red. Pink. Pink is nice, look at that. So go underneath here. You can go right underneath your blue, and you can even go into the blue. It's okay. We want the sky to all mash together, all right? So don't worry about it. Let it go up into the sky. That's perfect. All right, see? Isn't that pretty? So let it go into the sky. Add a bit more white instead of red, okay? And then go underneath that. Now. And then you can go right back up. Up, 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 up. Up, up. Right up into your sky. It's okay. It's okay. If everything is all wet, it'll blend really nice. See, that's not bad, is it? Clean your brush really good, or get a clean brush, a new brush, and we'll go in with yellow. Basically the same thing. Get some yellow and some white. I don't want it too dark. I want to make my yellow really bright. See that? I got a little bit of that bluish color in there, so I gotta try to get rid of that. I'm just gonna wipe that off with my tissue. I'm gonna try again. Alright, it's nice and bright there now. I'm gonna go underneath here. Now try to work as your paint is wet. If it dries up on you, just go back with the color again and just redo it. If you had to get away, if you had to answer the phone, or something came up you couldn't stay with it and it ended up drying on you, when you go back, just put the color back on again, that's all. Okay, that looks nice, doesn't it? I'm going to put some white down here just to brighten it up a little bit. Yep, I'm going right up. I'm getting brave today because it's fun. Now, that didn't take as long to do that, now did it? You can also do the sides of your canvas. Just go around with the colors, that's all. Just go right around the corners, okay? You don't need to see me do that right now, but just go around the corners. When you're doing your painting, whatever color you got on your brush, say you're using the yellow, so you just go around the corner and around the corner with your yellow. And then when you're using your pink and your blue, just go around the corner. Perfect. Now, as we're doing this painting here, it's not going to be exactly the same as the first one I did, because you can do this 2 or 3 times or 4 times and it's going to look different. So I had a more of an orangey color down here. Let's see. See the orange and reds and pinks, right? So if you want it more on the orange side at the bottom, just add a little bit of red to your yellow. So all you have to do to make it a little more orangey on the bottom is take that yellow that you made, add a little bit of red to it to get that orangey look. More yellow than red, okay, in order to get an orangey look. Orangey there now. All right, so let's just put that. Let's see. I'm taking a chance now, and I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, nice. Oh, lovely. So I'm going right between the yellow and the pink. See, you can mix all your, as long as it's wet, you will be fine. You'll be fine. It has to be wet, so it'll all blend in together. I'm just scraping some of that orangey color right up into the red. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? And I'm going to clean my brush off really good, or get one that I haven't used yet. And I'm going to clean up that little, soften that edge up here. We don't want any hard lines. A hard line means, you know, that you can, it's like a sharp line. We're going to see how I'm softening up that edge there. All right. Now we have some clouds in the sky, and they're pretty subtle. Nothing jumping out too much. You can actually let your sky dry for this one, but mine's still wet. I'm just going to try a few on the wet. I'm going to pick up some white, a little bit of blue, and maybe a little bit of red too. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at this point because we're just trying to get something on there. Now that's way too much paint because I don't want big, thick, white clouds. I'm going to wipe that off with my tissue. Alright, so I got most of it off, okay? I'm just going to make circles. I'm going to make circles up around between the blue and the red. How's that? And I'm use the corner of your brush, might help. And just going to make circles and move away. Move away. Don't keep going over the same spot because you'll end up with just a big old blob. And you can go back again and forward, but if you stay in one place, you're going to get a big old blob. Now come underneath. Make these little circles. See how fluffy looking that's getting now? And we're just getting shapes now. I can add some highlights after. And whatever's left over your brush, just move it around. Look. Isn't that cute? You can even turn your brush around, get a bit more paint. And if you move away from up here and you move down a bit, you'll get an overlapping of clouds. That makes it look nice too. It makes it look very thick. And we go up into your... See, I hardly got any paint on my brush. That's why you can make some nice clouds. Because sometimes you put a lot of paint in and it looks kind of too thick. But look, and even look, if you don't get any more paint, whatever's left over on your brush, just put a few wispy clouds up here if you want. You barely see them, but they're there. Look, see the little dots of wispy clouds. Look at that. See that? How nice it is? Little wispy clouds up in the sky, far away. Look how pretty those clouds are. Aren't they nice? So we don't want to do too much with them. We don't want the clouds to be the focal point of our painting. So I'm just going to dip in the corner of my brush into a little more paint. And I'm just going to highlight a couple of these little clouds, little circles on top of what I already did. Not enough paint, just go get some more. Just go get some more and make these little circles. And keep moving, don't stop, keep moving, okay? Now if you do have to come back to this one, go underneath it. And just move it around a little bit, just underneath it. There we go, see? That's all you need. Pretty, isn't it? Clouds are not as hard as you think. They are hard if you're not used to them and you're not sure what to do, but just get... I think the secret to clouds is not having too much paint on your brush. Seems that way. And moving away. Move. Little circles. Move away. Alright? And then if you do come back to it, like I said, go underneath. Because you got your nice tops there now, right? And then you just move around. Make these little circles. How nice is that? Add a little bit on the other one. I'm going to pick up a little bit on the corner of my brush. And just maybe one here. I don't want to overdo it. With the corner of my brush, move away, move away, move away, move away. And I'm going to come down here a little bit. And now if I want to go back over them, I'm going to go underneath instead of on top. That's all. See? And then whatever's left over my brush, I'll just push a little bit and get a little soft wispy cloud in there somewhere. We don't want too much clouds. It's nice. That's good enough. Because the focal point I want to be is the red barn. Now down here I'm going to put some trees. And I want to leave an opening for my barn. Now I just printed off a barn. I'll do up a pattern for you, and I'll get it ready and put it on. I'll put it up for you on my blog, or I'll have it somewhere. I'll let you know where it is, okay? And I want to leave an opening somewhere where I'm going to have my barn. And depending on how big I want my barn, I think I'm going to make it bigger. And I'm going to put the barn somewhere around here. So I know that I need to leave an opening here to here, right? So let's mark that. So I'm just going to get an idea where I want it. I don't want it totally centered. I'll bring it back a little bit here, but I want to leave enough room for that tree in the back there. And I am going to bring it up a little bit, and I'm going to say here and here. Okay, so there's my markings. And so let's get some dark. I'm going to mix my own green, but you can certainly use sap green, okay? I'm going to dip into my blue, my dark blue, and I'm going to go into my yellow. Now I want the trees to be on a bluish side because they're far away, or it makes them look far away anyway. So we get them on the blue side a little bit more. Just add more blue than green this time. That was my fault. Whatever you want, doesn't matter, as long as it's a. And I'm going to add some white. Okay, and that gives you that color. I'm going to add a little more green to it. Okay, don't want to bore you with all that tapping. Okay, so I got some of that paint on my bristle brush, and I'm going to make some trees. So we're going to make some trees in the background. They don't have to be real big. So all you have to do is touch and tap, 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 tap. Okay? I'll like to darken it up a little bit more. Just go into some more blue. And touch the top and tap across. And as you're coming across, you get a few little taps. Now if you can't get your taps, I'll show you how to get it. But if you just touch first and then tap down here, you'll get some nice little taps. Okay? If your brush won't work, change brushes. You can try a fan brush. All you need to do is get a little tap, see? Different heights. Maybe there's a little one here. Maybe there's a taller one here. See? These got a nice green color though. I like that. It's kind of nice. Nice. And now we'll do the other side. I got these on the blue side a little bit. So let's see. Let's go touch. I'm going to play a couple little taller ones over here. Touch. A little bit darker. Touch. Good. Touch. touch the top and get down here. Touch the top and get down here. Touch. Alright, so what I'm going to do is show you how to get the tops if you can't get them that way. Now to get more tops, take a small round brush or liner brush. And we'll go in and we'll do these first. So pick up the color that you were using. Now if you want darker, now's the time to get some darks in there. So let's go with a little top here. There we go. I'll throw in a few little, and then maybe a little top here. Alright. If you're going to put snow on them, wait till they dry, because when you put the white on, it'll blend in with the dark colors and the colors, and it'll won't look muddy. Alright. Okay, let's take our tape off. That's pretty, isn't it? Nice. Now for our snow, we are going to use, let's try our, let's see. Let's try, oh yeah, let's try this brush here. This might work good. We'll see. I'm just going to try that for now, and we are going to mix some nice colors. So what we're doing with the snow is we're going to have a base color first, okay? So we'll just put some blue together, a bit of red, kind of give it a purplish color. And we will add some white. A bit more red. There we go, that's a nice color, isn't it? Oh boy. Let's see what that looks like. Nice. That's a nice underpainting. That's the shadows for our snow. So whenever you're making snow or anything white, always make sure you have shadows. So you have your shadows on first, and then you put your white on top. So it goes for clouds, snow, anything white, white fur, anything at all that, right? Okay, so we'll put on our color. Yeah. Now let's try the palette knife. Let's try and make snow with the palette knife. Now we will be going back and forth with a palette knife and other brushes to make snow, so you know, we're going to try this for a bit of fun. So I got my palette knife, and I'm putting, see that paint is kind of, it's not real thick, but I don't mind. I like it. And see? So I'm putting it on the whole back of my knife, and you can use different shaped knives. And I'm just going to, let's see, we could try it this way and you'll get this effect, okay? Because we want to keep some of those underpainting. We don't want to lose that. And if that underpainting dries on you, put some of it back, okay? But see how you get all this different texture? Right? Now this is just another coat. We'll be putting more snow on top of this, okay? Alright, so that's good. Let's put more white on it. And because your blue is still wet, it'll pick up the blue and it won't be totally white. And we'll just go across Now you can lay your brush flat down. Good. And then just touch, pull over some snow. Makes great texture. See? It's really nice. Just reload. Keep putting it on there. You can even turn it this way. Turn it different ways to see what kind of effect you're going to get. Now if you start losing some of your underpainting, if it dries on you, just add some more blue to your white or your purple color. And if you do that, you'll get some more of your purple back in there. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Really nice. Go back and get more white because you have lots of color in there now. Now if you don't like this technique, you can certainly use your brush. I just thought I'd show it to you just so you can get some idea of other ways that you can make snow. It is a little easier to do it with a brush, but it's always nice to try different techniques and different brushes and different tools. Look how pretty that's coming out. Scraping it across. That looks nice. Let's put lots of white on your palette knife. Scrape over it while it's still wet. You'll get all these nice different textures. Now isn't that pretty? So now what I did was I took my picture of the little farmhouse and printed it off, as you could see, and then I just laid it on my dry canvas and I used some carbon paper to transfer it. Now you'll get lines there, but we can paint over those. But see, there's the it's a lot easier to do it that way. You can certainly do it freehand if you like, but just want to make sure I get all the lines proper. And then you just take that off. Let me start painting. There we go. So I'm going to use this really nice chiseled edge brush. See how chiseled it is? So I have brushes like these in my Amazon store. And chiseled edge synthetic brushes are excellent for getting around lines and different things like that. So what we'll do is we're going to put snow on the roof of this house, right? So now we need our shadows first. So the shadows that we are going to use are basically the same as what we used before, the red and the blue, and some white. There we got a nice shadow color. There we go. You just put that on the roof. And you get that started, and then you will have your shadow for your snow. Now just do the inside first, because getting close to the lines you could have a little bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do is show you how we can do that without going outside the lines. But we'll get all this in here done first. Get as close to the lines as you can for now. Now, see? I lightened that up a little bit. I found it a little bit too dark, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to put white over it anyway. So when you have the chiseled edge, you can go right up against your line and you might be able to not go outside the line, but here's a way to do it so that you can keep that shadow color inside that line. Just get a piece of cardboard. It's not cardboard, it's stiff paper. It's almost like cardstock, or you know, if you had a Christmas card left over, that kind of material. And you can use this to help you keep it inside the lines. So all you have to do is put it up against the line, okay, and then paint. And that'll keep it inside the line, see? Alright. Now when you do that, you're probably going to get a bit of paint on the back, or you're going to get a bit of paint on it. So wipe that off so that when you put it back on, that paint won't come off on your sky. So just wipe it off in your tissue and make it clean. So these are nice little tricks to get straight lines, so you don't go outside your straight lines. Now, just missed a little corner up there. That much done. Another way you can do your straight lines, if you find that a little too clumsy, is use some painter's tape, and you can put that on there. Like that. And then paint over it. That should work. And you put the tape all around the places that you need to keep it clean. Little teeny weeny brush. You can still use the cardboard for this sort of tape. I'll be painting over those lines. Make sure we get everything straightened up. So I will go over those lines, so I'll wipe them out. Alright, that's good. I'm going to get my chiseled edge brush, the other one. See, I have the three sizes, small, medium, and large, okay? And I'm going to put the red paint on here, and as you can see, the snow is coming through here, but that's okay because we can put some white on here first and then put our red on after. That will give us a nice basis for our white, for our red. Like I said, if you want to draw it out first and then cover it up and paint around it, you can do that. So many different ways of doing paintings. When you add objects, it'd be nice to be able to work around them, but a little more difficult, but if you got lots of patience, you can do that. Okay. And when that dries, I'm going to put a coat of red paint on it. So make sure your first coat is dry before you put on a second coat, okay? So that looks nice. That's good. We'll take the tape off and hope for the best. Perfect. Excellent. So you can see the tape works better. Put your tape on there to protect the red. If for some reason it goes into the red, put red back on. Back and forth, back and forth. But we'll try to avoid that. And what you're going to do is you're going to put a line of white snow on the bottom to give it a nice shape. So pure white, so we can make it nice and bright. And we'll put on some of that. So dry it and then do a second coat if you have to. And then clean your brush, just wipe it off in your tissue and smooth out that edge. Let's see what that looks like now. Oh, pretty. It came out nice. I wasn't sure there for a second what was going to happen. Good. I'm happy with that. At this other one here. It's not as good as the other ones. I'm going to put dark blue windows in there. A little bit of black just to make it really dark. I'm using a chiseled edge brush, smallest one I could find. If your brush is not small enough, try a round brush. Just have to be a little more careful. So I'm going to paint this. Now, I was going to explain to you why I made the windows only smaller than what was on the pattern. Because I found that this white out here, we can put that on after. If you try to paint all those lines on there, it's really difficult to get in between the lines, but I'll show you. I think it's easier to do it the way I'm going to do it. See, so I just put in the insides of the windows, the black part, and then I'll put the white around after I get that done. There's a little bit of a white edge on that over there. Just picking up pure white, and I'm going to touch. Because I'm left-handed, it might look a little awkward to you. But as long as you just touch. So let's try. I'll use this chiseled edge brush for now, but you might need a smaller one. Now we have more adjusting to do that to the barn, but while I'm waiting to get back to that, I'm going to highlight the snow a little bit more, and we're going to put a tree over here, okay? I'm just going to take some pure white on my chiseled edge brush. I'm just going to Add a little bit of snow back here, pure white, because we have all that really nice shadows in the snow, so we don't want to lose those. Okay, so let's go up here. Let's make a little, as if there's a little path here somewhere. And just make a little bit of a blue, purplish blue, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, some white, and whatever color you want. And then just take your chiseled edge brush and start from the door and just go back and forth. Back and forth to make it a little. So where do you want to go? You want to go over there or you want to go over here? I don't know. I'm going to go over here, I think. I'm going to leave. There we go. So I made a mess because snow is going to go over that, okay? That's like snow coming over. So we want the path to have snow on it. We're going to make our nice tree now. Before I do the tree, we need to have some snow on these trees, because once I put the other tree up, it's going to be hard to get around it. So let's just take our fan brush. You can take a small round brush if you like. Let's say you'd rather do a round brush. You can do that too. So we'll just take the corner of we're going to add blue and white. Alright, so we're going to mix a bit of blue in with our white. You don't want the white to just be too white, because they're in the background, so you don't want it to be too distracting. And we're just going to take the edge of our brush and just start in the corner on the, just pull a little bit of snow all over the trees here. Now the sun is shining from the left, so it'll be on the left side of the trees where you get a bit of snow, more snow. Alright, so, or the light will be shining on them. Just tap on a bit of, don't need too much paint on the brush.